All right, we have what appears to be another justified shooting by ICE, or this time Border Patrol agents in Minnesota. This time it was this guy, Alec Pretti. He is the one that decided to bring a gun with him and continue to engage with ICE officers or with Border Patrol agents during this observing that he says he was doing. Now, regardless of, this guy is there to obstruct. That's his purpose. That's his reason. Now, he's armed. Obviously, he has a weapon on him. Here are the videos that I believe show why I believe this is a justified shooting, and you've seen all of them, I'm sure, but if you the slow motion video here, there's multiple things that we can see. In the video, we see this guy grabbing something with his left hand. He looks like he's reaching into his waistband. He clearly looks like he's reaching with his left hand into his waistband. There is something in his right hand. I don't know what that is. It's not clear enough to see. We also have the man in gray, the law enforcement guy in gray, appears to pull a gun from Alec Pretti while he's on the ground. He pulls a gun out of his, apparently from behind him, like where his behind is. He pulls this gun. He doesn't have the gun when he reaches in. He has the gun when he comes out. While this is all happening, you hear clearly in the video somebody yelling, "Gun, gun, gun." Now, is that in reference to the gun that the guy pulled out? Do they see another gun? I don't know. Now, in this moment, everything happens in 2 seconds. Now, we can clearly look back and analyze all this. We have the liberty and the privilege of slow motion replay and second guessing. These guys, these fathers, brothers, and sons, have just split seconds to react. Okay, so all of this happens at the same time. Guy pulls the gun out of his waistband. The suspect reaches with his left hand, has something in his right hand, and someone's yelling, "Gun, gun, gun." Okay? They have no idea if this guy has a second pistol on him. Even if they didn't see the guy pull the gun out, they don't know if he's got another gun. There's too many things happening at one time here. I believe that it's completely justified for them to shoot this guy. Now, it's sad. You don't want to see this happen to anybody. And again, you should not be putting yourself in a situation where you are armed and you are engaging with law enforcement officers. That is 10 times out of 10 going to end up in a deadly situation for you. Okay? So this guy had an opportunity to back right away. As soon as he sees ICE officers begin to engage and step forward, you back away, hands up, I'm out of here, I'm apologize, that's it. Because you know you have a gun on you, and this could be deadly. That's not what this guy chose to do. This guy chose to engage, and it ended up deadly for him. Again, all of these things seem to happen at one time. The guy has a gun pulled out from his back. He's reaching with his left hand into his waistband. He's got something in his right hand. Someone yells, "Gun, gun, gun." All of those things happening simultaneously ends up in this guy being eliminated. Again, it's sad to see this happen. Why it's happening is because Tampon Tim Waltz, Jacob Frey, the phony Somali wannabe, have refused to de-escalate this situation. They could end it in a moment if they just stand up there and say, yes, we disagree with ICE. We don't like Trump. We don't want him to be here. But please, do not interfere with ICE operations. Do not obstruct them from doing their job. Do not engage with them in a violent way. If they would just do that and tell their people to stop doing that, this could be over. Maybe they won't listen, but it has a much better chance of being de-escalated rather than when you're standing up on the podium calling them the Gestapo and Nazis and lying to people about them kidnapping innocent children. That is the reason why we're where we're at right now. And never forget who Alec Pretti and Renee Good died trying to protect. Here are just some of the thousands of child rapists, murderers, violent criminals that have been pulled off the streets because of ICE. Never forget, these are the people that the left protesters are willing to give their life for. Child sex offenders, child traffickers, murderers, rapists. Those are the people that they are trying to stop ICE from arresting. Don't ever get that confused. That is exactly who they're protecting. And now we have this other sad situation that has occurred. Did the guy have a gun on him? Yes. Was he attacking ICE officers? Yes. Did he deserve to die? No. But when you put yourself into that situation, there's a good chance it's going to happen. You cannot fault the officers there who are already in a highly tense situation because the Democrats have put a bullseye on their back. Now, you don't want to see anybody get killed like this. You have the right to protest. Show up and protest. They've been telling ICE to go F themselves for days. Fine, that's great. Go ahead. When you are told to disperse, when you're told to back up, when you're told to disengage, you don't listen. Now you are in a problem, especially if you have a weapon on you. You are in big-time trouble, and that's what happened here. Now, people, of course, on the left, they have their panties in a bunch over this. They're calling this officer, agent, a murderer, and it's only going to get worse. They're only going to put more of a bullseye on these ICE agents, and they're only going to end up getting more citizens killed. We had an ICE agent who had his finger freaking bit off today by one of these maniacs that are out there. Okay? The American people voted for President Donald Trump to deport all these illegal aliens. That is what they are doing. You might not like it, but that is what we voted for them to do. Now, this is no different. ICE is not doing anything different here than when Barack Obama was in charge. The only part that's different is that the left are not calling them Gestapo. The media are not calling them Nazis. Okay? That is the difference that you see between Barack Obama, when he had Tom Homan in charge, and he was giving Tom Homan all the praise and glory, and he was applauding ICE and saying we had to get all these people out of here. You didn't see all of this resistance because the media played along with it. They supported it. The Democrats played along with it. They supported it. Now it's because it's Trump doing it. They have turned all of these people, and let's not forget, you have paid agitators, out-of-state agitators that are all convening here in Minnesota because it's the opportunity right now. And the Democrats love the optics. They want to see chaos in the streets to say, this is Trump's America. Look at what Trump is doing, because they have nothing else. They have nothing to offer. They have no plan for America. They just had the helm for 4 years. We saw what a disaster it was. It was so bad that's why Trump won by such a landslide, because they are disaster. They are a disaster. Their policies are a disaster, and they have nothing left but to just fuel this chaos that's taking place. You don't see it happening in these other states where there's no resistance to ICE. They're just going in, getting the illegals, and getting them out. It's plain and simple. That's all it should be. Again, I call this justified shooting. More has to come out. I'm just a ham and egger here, calling it as I see it. But to call the ICE agents or the Border Patrol agents murderers, I think is very unhealthy for the country to do something like that. These guys are obviously there. They're there to confront ICE. They're there to obstruct ICE. They're there to get in the way. And it's a very bad idea if you're going to be packing heat and going to confront and engage with a law officer. So this was a very bad day for Minnesota. It's a bad day for America. Nobody wants to see it come to this. But if they don't stop, and as I said yesterday, you got Jasmine Crockett and AOC and Tim Walz tampon out there, all calling ICE agents kidnappers. They're kidnapping this child. They didn't kidnap the child. The kid was abandoned by his father, he had an order, illegal, out of here, you got to go. But no, he ran and left his kid. The mother wouldn't take the kid. They lied about it. And by doing that, and by it absolutely contributes to this guy, Alex Pretti, getting killed. Pretti, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, so I apologize. But that all contributes to him being killed today. Because they're telling you, look, ICE is kidnapping this poor kid with the bunny ears. And that wasn't the case at all. So they're lying to these people, and they're doing it on purpose because they want chaos in Trump's streets, because that's all they have left. Tim Walz should be taken out in handcuffs, because this guy is doing everything he can to rile up that base. He could stop it at any time. He's choosing not to, because he is up into his tampon in fraud that was going on with the Somali daycares. And that's why this is all taking place now. Magically, right after all the fraud was uncovered, we have riots and shootings and everything else going on in Minneapolis. Wow, what a coincidence. Don't ever think for a second this isn't for a distraction to take away from the amount of fraud that was going on. The only silver lining in this case is that no ICE officers were injured, as far as I know. Thank God that they weren't, because their lives matter. They're doing the job of upholding the law and getting rid of these illegal aliens, these criminals off of our streets. I applaud them. I stand with them. I hope you do too. Put a comment down below. Let me know what you think.
You're listening to the Alec Show, the future